We're here today hosting the conference, What About Quality? Stormwater Management, What About Quality? We're at Arup's wonderful campus here in Solihull. It's a very important time for us with the Flood and Water Management Act in place and lots of SUD standards hopefully coming along later on the year. It's a really good time to have a conference covering quality issues. Water Framework Directive is coming along soon as well, so we hope to hear lots about these issues today.
What we need to be doing is looking at quality on a par with quantity, and I know the new national SUD standards will be doing that. And as far as I can tell, particularly in local authorities, there's very little awareness of this. In local authorities, obviously, now, particularly the ones that lead local flood authorities, have a major responsibility for flooding in the local areas. But that needs to be joined to water quality management.
I'm Tony Wong from Monash University in Melbourne, Australia. By bringing nature back into the city through a network of green and blue net systems meant that we have a much more natural way of managing floods, a much more natural way of managing the relationship between the human habitat and the natural environment, and ultimately the ecosystem services that those natural environments in fact provide us.
I'm Sue Illman. I'm the Managing Director of Illman Young Landscape Design, and we're a consultancy of landscape architects. The point that I'm always trying to make to people is to open their eyes as to the potential, as to what you can achieve. We still lack good exemplars, enough good examples in this country. There's some fantastic examples abroad, and it'd be nice if everything that I showed when I'm talking in these presentations came from this country, but it doesn't. And there's lots to learn over here, and we've really just got to get out there and educate people about it so that they start to demand it. They must demand good design, and therefore they must demand that we try to address these issues of flooding, quality, amenity, biodiversity within the work that we do. And we're just missing out unnecessarily if we don't take that path.
My name is Bob Ando. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for Hydro International. I'm actually based in their offices in Portland, Maine. My view has always been that we need to accept the fact that we have urbanized the catchment, we've interfered with the natural landscape, and we need to find ways by which we can adopt more clever technologies, small footprint technologies, highly efficient technologies. The US have focused on water quality issues, and that has evolved a lot of technologies addressing water quality issues, whereas the UK focus until more recently has been on the water quantity aspects, and they have evolved a lot of technologies to address water quantity issues. And there's a need for some cross-fertilization, taking the UK experience in water quantity to the US and taking the US experience in water quality to the UK.
People have really got the sense of that there's big opportunities out there. We're waiting for the SUD standards, we're waiting for the guidance, we're waiting for government departments with the new government, and also how do we deal with other agendas like localism.
I was very keen to come along today because, as far as I'm aware, this is one of the first conferences that's specifically aimed at looking at the quality, both environmental quality and specifically water quality. So that information I think would be extremely valuable to take away with me.
The people who are now trying to bring the Flood and Water Management Act into force haven't quite grasped the situation on the ground, and it just needs to be a bit more joined up to ensure that the things that Pip was proposing are actually materialise on the ground.
The main challenge is retrofitting systems, SUD systems, dealing with drainage systems we've already got in place, but bring them up to standard that they can deal with climate change, that can deal with water quality issues, that can deal with managing water in the way that SUDS manages water. It was an interesting day, and I would recommend it to other people to come along, people who are interested in SUDS and drainage in general. I thought it was a very interesting and useful day.